Hi everybody, I'm here with Rhonda, and I always mispronounce this agency, even though this is my second time here, and I think it's one of the most gorgeous things. So, where are we?
You are at a MCREST host site.
Okay, a MCREST host site, and MCREST rotating shelter,
Macomb County
Macomb County
Rotating Emergency Shelter Team.
shelter team.
Say that all in one breath.
All in one breath. What this is, and I'm so happy to hear it because she's the new executive director and she worked at a different one of these. I love this model because it's 90 churches now you have come together to help people, and it's 60 people. And can you explain some of that, how it works?
Absolutely. Well, we are a 30-day emergency shelter, and the majority of our clients that come in, they are able to stay for that initial 30 days. But we've kind of shifted a little bit. One of the things that you'll notice is a shift in our demographics.
Yeah.
Huge spike in the number of women and children that we serve, primarily single women and children. And it really, I think, has kind of caused everyone that does what we do and is trying to help to shift gears and really take a different approach to how we address this issue.
Why do you think that there's been that spike?
Well, the economy. We have in Macomb County, Oakland County, probably 60 different plans throughout the state of Michigan, 10-year plans to end homelessness,
Right.
which we're getting pretty close to that 10 years, and we saw a spike. So for some
I'm
reason,
reading your captions
Yeah.
on that 10-year plan thing. We all think the same, so.
For some reason, none of us planned on the economic downturn,
Right.
so, shame on us.
Right.
But as a result of that, the joblessness, the foreclosures, this has just been a snowball effect. And really, you kind of think about, when you look at it from a much larger perspective, then of course you think, you see all these foreclosure signs, all this for sale signs, empty houses. But, I kind of challenge people to say it's more than just a sign. There used to be faces in that window. There used to be children playing in that yard.
Well,
now
I'm stealing
there's just
that line. Thank you.
Have
I'm
at
going to
it.
use that tomorrow night.
Have at it.
Yeah, thank
but,
you.
I think we do just have to challenge people to just go a little bit further beyond what we typically categorize as homelessness.
Right. Now, those of you that follow me could probably already know this little rant, but I am faith-based. I do believe that faith-based organizations, and it could be, the synagogue or whatever, it doesn't have to be the Christian church, but I believe that the answer is the faith-based organization, but we need to start doing things different. And this is one of those different ways because, and again, there's 52 weeks out of the year. So there's 90 churches, that I mean, you can do the math yourself. Well, some of the churches can't house people like we see here. This is like a mother's and children's room. So they can't, but they can provide transportation or food. So it doesn't matter how big your church is or how small your church is, you can join with other churches of other denominations and get together and help people and really have an impact.
Absolutely. This has got to be one of the largest interfaith movements.
Right.
I think in Macomb and Oakland County, because, the way that the different faiths come together and partner to make sure that the families, the individuals are sheltered and provide a safe environment for them, and, they are fed. Now, more and more, they're helping to get children to school in the morning.
Right.
More and more of our clients work. So,
Right.
What it is now they're underemployed. They possibly used to have one full-time, one part-time job to maintain, and then there goes the full-time job.
Right.
So part-time job just doesn't cut it. So.
Speaking to the faith-based organization, I mean, what are the benefits if my church does this once a year or once a month?
Well, with respect to the churches, my personal belief is that the greatest thing that we get, the greatest benefit from partnering with the congregations is when you walk into any church, you have a feeling that you can start over again. And that is the greatest benefit I think that we get. Aside from the fact that, they fundraise and they bring their own resources, their own, hands to come together, and a group of volunteers, and they cook the meals, they provide the transportation. Most importantly, they provide that safety. Many people don't understand the trauma of homelessness.
Oh my gosh.
And I like to say a lot that let's use the context of taking your family camping. We put on an entirely different mentality just to go on a camping trip that we plan to be outside, and we still think differently. But, for individuals who are without their four walls, and there's a certain type of thinking, there's a shift in thinking, and I believe that there's a study that says probably there's a 3 to 4 month window for a person who is newly homeless that you have to reach them and turn around their situation before they start to put on that survival mentality.
Right.
Because you think differently when survival is your primary focus. It can't be that, your everyday, your sole and primary thought is on finding a job, finding a place to live.
Right.
No, it's safety.
Right.
Because you're vulnerable now.
It's so hard for me to communicate that to not just general population, but also homeless service providers. Sometimes they say, oh my gosh, the guy did that, or the woman did that. And I'm like going, yeah, they're not thinking right because they have to survive. And then, it's just, but even though you're in churches, you're not preaching to people.
No.
And they don't have to believe to get services, right?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Absolutely not. If I can get that word out, we don't proselytize.
Yeah, I have trouble with that word. Not just pronouncing it, I just hate the word.
But, we don't, it's not a prerequisite for our services. Exactly. And nor should it be.
Exactly.
Nor should it be.
Gosh.
Because, our heart should be in the right place, and it is.
Well, that's what churches don't get. By impacting the community, they actually become, people talk about you, and that's how you fill the seats. You don't, withhold basic needs from people and force them to listen to a sermon thinking, that you're going to have impact. No, you provide housing and food and job services. So just so you know, the shelter, what Rhonda and her staff does besides organizing, and correct me if I'm wrong because things might have changed in the year, besides organizing the churches and all the logistics, but they also provide case management for the homeless people that are living here. They provide services, job services, mental health services, try to connect the housing, and all that added stuff. So, correct? Did I miss anything?
No, not really, but I can expand on that.
Please.
To say that, we also provide, we recently were awarded funds to help with first month's rent.
Right.
Our goal really has shifted because of the tremendous spike in the population, that we've had to shift our focus to moving people back to stability.
Right.
That Housing First initiative in the state of Michigan really has come to the forefront in recent years, and we agree with that. We want to be a part of getting people back to where they are comfortable, where they are safe on their own, and frankly, what they're used to. Yeah. Our clients are used to being able to take care of themselves, so they just need a leg up. And that's what we want to provide. Right.
How do people get a hold of you? Or let me put it this way. Let me ask two questions in closing here.
Okay.
Is there resources for communities that want to start a rotating shelter?
There are. Of course, they can contact us. I would suggest that they would maybe check out our website and look at some of the services.
I was hoping you'd say that, but in case there was another,
Yes, which is www.mcrest, www.mcrest.org, and that's MCREST.
Thank you, because we always miss. I have problems with that MCREST thing. So,
But they can also give us a call.
okay.
That number is 586-415-5101. But with the change in the focus, I would suggest that they start maybe at the local or state level as well to look and see how their particular counties are addressing the issue of homelessness. If possible, partner with some of those efforts.
That's exactly what I say as the first step is join your local homeless coalition and find out where you fit in and where you can fill them gaps, you know. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Great to meet you, Rhonda.
You too, Mark.
I'll be
Thank
back
you.
next year.
I look forward to it.
I love this motto, and I want to encourage you, whether you have a Rotary Club or if you have a church or if you have a bridge club or whatever, get with your community, find out how you can work together with others and have an impact, because I really believe that we can end homelessness if we just work together. Thank you.
That.
Okay, thank you.